we covered very clearly serializers concept. Have you remembered, right? So DRF. So first topic we covered how to install DRF. Okay, we covered. Next and after that, just we started about serializers. In the serializers, I hope you people may remember. Sir, Django, I mean REST framework serializers are responsible for 3 activities. What is the first activity, sir? Serialization. Second activity, sir? Deserialization. Deserialization. What is the third activity, sir? Validation, sir. Even these validations also we covered already, right? Next, in serializers, we have 2 types of serializers. We covered normal serializers, and the second one is the modal serializers. Normal serializers, second one modal serializers. Modal serializer we have to discuss. Sir, everything we discussed about normal serializers, right? Can you please confirm everything we discussed about normal serializers, right? Yes. Here serializers.py. Regarding serializers.py. In this, just I took it is the normal serializer concept. Regarding it, the normal serializer concept, right? So now in the normal serializer concept, sir, how you can implement validation? If you want to implement the post operation, if you want to provide support for update operation, yes, like these things we require to do that, sir, compulsory. Like next, views.py. In the views.py, do you know, sir, how you can implement get operation, post operation, put operation, and then delete operation? These things also we discussed very clearly up to this, right? So now, sir, what problems are there with the normal serializers? Are you getting right? What problems with the normal serializers, right? Okay, sir, what the problems is compulsory we have to specify. We have to declare fields explicitly. We have to declare all fields explicitly. Correct or not? We require to define all fields explicitly. This is the first thing what we did, sir. Yes, sir. Do you know enum, ename, esal, e-address? Next, second problem here is we have to implement create and update methods explicitly. Regarding we require to, sir, we have to do implement create and update methods explicitly, right? So mostly we have to define these methods also, right? But whenever we are using modal serializers, remember this one, sir. If our serializable objects are just a Django model instances, Django model objects, highly recommended to go for modal serializers, right? So modal serializer exactly same as normal serializers only, except that we are not required to specify these fields explicitly. Remember this one. First activity, sir, we are not required to define these fields explicitly. The second one, sir, create and update methods we are not required to write explicitly. Create and update methods we are not required to write explicitly. Remember this one, sir. Create and update methods we are not required to implement. So typing shortcut kind of thing we are going to get with the modal serializers. Remember that modal serializer won't do any extra miracles when compared with the normal serializers, right? Modal serializer just provide shortcut representation for the normal serializers. Everyone can able to understand, right? Yes, friends. Everyone can able to understand. Can I go for normal modal serializer concept? Okay, well. So what is the first one? If you are going to use modal serializer. If we are going to use modal serializer, okay, modal serializer, we are not required to declare fields explicitly. Next, we are not required to implement create and update methods explicitly, right? Okay. Now have a look once. What I'm trying to take is this employee serializer. Let me comment this. Employee serializer. Let me comment this one. Okay. Well, no more employee serializer. Now let me take employee serializer. Again, I'm taking, sir, class employee serializer. employee serializer of, can you please tell what I have to take? Please confirm what I have to take. Can you please confirm? It should be child class of, respond friends, it should be child class of serializers dot model, serializers dot model serializer, serializers dot model serializer. Next, sir, class meta class meta. Okay, model serializer class meta. Sir, which model, sir? Just the model is equal to employee. Model is equal to employee model. Next, which fields are getting? Which fields, sir? Yeah, do you know underscore all? Do you somewhere we had this type of discussion? Have you remembered, right? Somewhere we have this type of things, model forms, model forms. Somewhere we have normal form and model forms. Same concept only. Nothing will be there, sir. Class employee serializer dot model serializer. Like we have to specify. That's it, sir. We are not required to specify all the fields. Fields will be considered automatically from the model class. Regarding fields will be considered automatically from the model class. Next, the second, create and update methods we are not required. Create and update methods we are not required to provide because model serializer already providing default implementation for those methods based on this model. Okay, well, now have a look once, sir. What I want to take is, now let me execute this code. Let me execute this code, sir. Sir, observe a bit carefully. So test.py is already there, sir. Test.py is already there. Okay. Now let me comment this update resource. Directly I'm going for get resource. Directly just I'm going for get resource, right? Sir, here get resource method will work normally or not. Okay. Have a look once. 1 minute. REST API apps with the REST C1. That's all. Now py manage.py manage.py run server, like this I'm taking, sir. Let me start admin like this, right? Yes, here server already started. Now admin employees, okay, like this, right? Employees, like now three employees are available, right? Now let me send the get request, sir. Let me send the get request. REST apps with the REST C1. Okay, py test.py. Regarding py test.py, sir, test.py I'm sending get request. Observe that what the code is there. Get resource, sir, get resources. Can I get all the resources or not? Can you please confirm? Can I get all the resources or not? Yes, we have to get again all resources, right? Because I'm not passing any ID. If I'm not passing any ID, as per view function use.py. If I'm not passing any ID, then automatically what the output by default you are going to get? Yes, all employees data we have to get, sir. If it is working properly, sir, I'm using model serializer or normal serializer. Can you please confirm? Am I using model serializer or normal serializer? Model. Now observe. Yes, is it working properly or not? Yes. First record, second record, and third record. 3 records are working, sir. It's a perfectly get method wise, no problem at all. So if I replace normal serializer with model serializer, get the functionality, no issue at all. Okay. Here one more thing, sir. In the test, I'm passing, sir, one. Then automatically ID 1 related resource we have to get, sir. Am I going to get or not? Observe, ID 1 related resource information we are getting perfectly. It's working, sir. Now let me test the post functionality. Is it working properly or not, sir? Here just let me comment this. Let me comment this one. Now what is the create resource? Regarding create resource I'm taking, sir. Can you please tell, am I implemented any validations in the serializers? Can you please confirm? As per this serializer, am I implementing any validations? No, we didn't implement any validations, right? If you are not going to implement validations, no problem, acceptable. Okay, well, sir, now have a look once, sir. Sir, this new resource should be added. This new resource should be added. Employee number 400, employee name Shiva, employee salary 4,000, employee address Ranchi, like this, right? Observe. What the answer we are getting? Resource created successfully. Let me cross check. Fourth record is coming or not? Yes, I mean this record is coming, no problem at all. Are you getting? This record is coming. It's so post method is working properly, right? Similarly, I want to check update operation. Is it working or not? Is it working or not? Sir, actually, have you remembered, right? To implement post operation. To implement post operation, post operation, compulsory we require to override which methods are create method in serializer. In serializer class compulsory we have to do that. But in model serializer, am I doing that? Can you please confirm? In a model serializer, am I doing that? No, we didn't do that. What is the reason? What is the reason for that? What is the reason? Reason for that is model. Now what the reason for this is because model serializer will provide default implementation for create method and inbuilt functionality, create method and update methods also. Okay, well, this is the post operation, right? Now let me check if the update operation is working properly or not. Okay, now my target is, sir, here observe carefully, sir. This is the update operation. Sir, update resource 5. Update resource 5 in num I'm taking Shiva Shankar. Okay, Shiva Shankar, like this I'm taking, sir. So for resource 5 with the ID 5, can you please update Shiva Shankar, like this I'm taking, sir. Sir, now I didn't implement any, sir, what we call, this is the post and put method, update, I didn't implement anything, sir. So if you are not going to implement anything related to update, employees model serializer will provide that, don't worry. Partial is equal to true, I kept already, right? Now, have a look once. Let me send the request. Let me send the request, resource updated successfully. Let me cross check, sir, here with the 5, sir, Shiva is there, but now Shiva Shankar is going to come. Are you getting, is it updated or not? Can you please observe, is it updated or not? Yes. So happily update operation is also working properly. Okay, well, next delete operation, is it going to work or not? Because delete no way related to serializer, correct or not? We didn't use anywhere serialization related to delete. So now have a look once. If you want, you can implement delete functionality also. Okay, like now I'm taking, sir, delete. Can you please delete resource with the ID 5? Delete the resource with the ID 5, like this I'm taking, sir. Now have a look once, sir. Okay, resource deleted successfully. Resource deleted successfully, like, sir, really is that resource deleted or not? Yes, resource is already deleted, right? Any doubt? Any doubt? Sir, earlier how much code we write for serializers? Do you know this much code I wrote? Regarding this much code, create method, update method, all these nonsense I wrote. But anyway, if I start using model serializer, nothing will be there, sir. Saiteja, yes, definitely we can able to perform simultaneously all the 4 operations. All the 4 operations we can able to do that. No issue. Just uncomment that. Just for explanation purpose I'm taking. Uncomment that. First this one is going to execute. Next this one is going to execute. Next this one is going to execute, like all 4 operations. All 4 operations we can able to do simultaneously. Just it's a simple Python script. Clear, right? Up to this, any doubt? Saiteja, do you want me to show all the 4 simultaneous execution? Just uncomment, automatically all the things by default will work simultaneously, no problem at all. Okay, just 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. What I want to take is, I want to, first one, I want to get all resources. Observe carefully. I want to get all resources. I want to get all resources. Okay, first one, it is going to display all resources. So get functionality completed. After that, I want to create a new resource. I want to create a new resource. Okay, new resource, employee number 500. Next, here Sai Teja. Okay, just I'm taking Sai Teja. Okay, like I'm taking Isal 5000. Okay, next, here just I'm taking some Chennai. Okay, like, so now this new employee will be created. This new employee will be created, sir. So first it will list out all records, and then it will create a new employee. Next, I want to update, sir, already existing resource with the ID 5. There is a Shiva Shankar is there. Shiva Shankar Varma, like this I'm taking, and it's a salary also. I want to implement, sir, 9999. Like updation is going to be happen. Like next, I want to delete the record related to first one. Yes. Can you please have a look once? All the operations I want to do simultaneously or not? Saiteja, getting right? Yes. I uncommented all. Let me run the script. First, this one is going to be executed, and after that, this one is going to be executed. Next, after that, this one is going to be executed. After that, this one is going to be executed, sir. Sir, if you want, just I'm taking some more. Okay, just for your clarity purpose, import time I'm taking. Import time I'm taking. Here, just print get request, get request, like this I'm taking, sir. So after this, time dot, have you remembered, right? Time dot sleep of 10 seconds or otherwise 5 seconds. I'm waiting for 5 seconds, right? Next, sir, what is the next one? Print post request. Post request will start, sir. Print of post request. Next, sir, 10 seconds, because I want to check whether it is really updated or not. Sir, here after 10 seconds I'm taking, sir. Now, sir, print update record, like this. Update record, like, sir, here 15 seconds I'm taking. Next, here also after updation, another, sir, wait for 15 seconds. 15 at last, wait for 15 seconds, and then print delete operation, right? Okay, delete of ID, that's all. So now observe, just observe a bit very carefully, sir. How many operations it has to perform? First one, list out all employees. Second one, create a new employee named with Sai Teja. Next, third one, update, already Shiva is there, Shiva Shankar Varma, like that, and the salary, can you please update? Fourth one, sir, automatically can you please delete the first ID record, like this, right? Okay, well, now let me execute this code. Observe a bit carefully. Yes. Okay, get request completed. Now, after 5 seconds, post request is going to start. Post request resource created already. Let me cross check. A new resource already created with the Sai Teja. Okay. Next. So here I will wait for 15 seconds. I told already. Second request also completed. Now there is a problem here. What is that problem? Here just observe. 500 update resource 5, update resource 5, like this, right? Maybe the problem here is update resource 5 no record. That's why the problem is going to come. Regarding update record 5 update, so that's why the problem is going to come. I hope you can able to understand, right? Yes, employee does not exist, like Sai Teja. Still, do you want me to explain, or are you able to get right? One by one is going to execute, don't worry. Yes, Sai Teja. Okay, do you want me to explain? Yes, here which record is there? Now sixth record is there, or otherwise third record is there, sir. Third record is there. Fifth record already deleted. Third record is there. Next one after that delete first record. Yes. Let me execute again. Again, no issue at all. Now observe, get request. Get request. Yes, happen. Post request. One more site area will be created. Yes. Next. After the third record should be Sunny 1, 2, 3, 4 should be updated. Resource created successfully. And then update record, resource updated successfully. Now just let me refresh. Yes, Sunny Shivashankar Verma 9999 like I got. Next, the first record should be deleted after 15 seconds. First record, yes, resource deleted successfully. Let me refresh. First record Sunny gone. Ayo, first record gone. Getting right? All the four operations, happily you can able to do that. Okay? Well, that's all. Next, this is the first thing. Next, one more small doubt, sir. Okay? How to implement? Priyank asking how you can implement validations. How you can implement validations in the case of model serializers. Are you getting validations in the case of model serializers? Very simple. Very simple, sir. What for which field you want to perform validation? So ESAL. I want to perform validation for ESAL. So for the fields which require validation, such type of fields we have to declare explicitly. Priyank, are you getting right? For which field you require validation? ESAL. Only that particular field we have to declare. We are not required to provide all. Now, just I'm taking here same as previous case only. Just I'm taking here. Observe that ESAL serializers done float field validators multiples of 1000. Are you getting validators multiples of 1000 like this, right? Is really this validation is going to work or not? Okay, I want to test, sir. Okay, validators, I want to test. Very simple. Where we will do either create resource or update resource. Are you getting either create resource or update resource, right? Now, sir, create resource. Just let me update record. Let me comment up to this, right? Only update record. Sir, ID is equal to 3. Can you please update? ID is equal to 3. Can you please update? Now salary I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, sir. Is it acceptable or won't accept? Can you please confirm? Is it acceptable or won't acceptable? Won't. Because the reason is salary should be multiples of 1000. Salary should be multiples of 1000 like this, right? Now have a look once. I'm trying to update with the invalid salary. Are you getting 400 ESAL employee salary should be multiples of 1000. Definitely it's working properly, sir. Now my requirement is okay. Here very simple terminology I'm taking, sir. Here just let me take sir just 1000 like this I'm taking, sir. 1000 or otherwise some 7000 like this I'm taking. What is the existing salary for the third employee? Sir, here 9999 is there. 3000 or 7000 like this I'm taking. Acceptable. Let me perform. Yes, resource updated successfully. Let me check the salary will become 7000 or not. Yes, the salary will become 7000. Okay, like next validate ESAL, global validate, object level validation, field level validation, all those things also we can able to take, no problem at all. Getting right? Okay, these methods also you can just place these methods also you can write inside that class. Automatically these validations also by default will be performed, no problem at all. So normal validations, field level validations also it will work. Next, to delete table to delete table. What is the use of serializers? What is the need of validations? Chalo barte. So validations are applicable, are required to create a new record, or otherwise to update existing record. For deleting, no validation is required. You are going to pass some ID. Okay, can you please delete so and so ID? That's all. Okay. So now from this discussion, from this generally we can perform validation. Don't worry. Yeah. Validate is also applicable. Vaishnav. Validate method you can use. Next field level validation also you can able to do that. Similar to validators. You can use that, no issue. Okay. Now, so just observe model serializer. Is it doing any extra activity? Can you please confirm? Model serializer, is it doing any extra? Nothing, sir. It's not doing any miraculous kind of thing. Regarding just a typing shortcut, beyond that, nothing will be there in the model serializers, right? Next, one more small thing I got to explain. Whether you people may familiar in the Django sessions or not, I don't know. Here, which fields will be participated in the serialization? Can you please spell out all the fields? Regarding all the fields, I don't want all fields. Okay, I don't want all fields. I want only specified fields. How to specify? Is it clear? Right? How you can able to specify, sir? Very simple. Instead of all, you can take, sir, which fields? Maybe tuple or maybe list. No problem. Both the things are acceptable. Sir, only enum, next ename, next esr. Regarding enum, esr, sir, e-address. Okay, e-address. Sir, e-sal, I don't want to serialize because of security reason. Salary, I don't want to highlight. I don't want to share. That's why because of security reasons. I don't want sal. Then automatically, happily, you can declare these are the fields, right? Remember that. So, if 1,000 fields are available, if 1,000 fields are available, if we want very less number of fields. If we want very less number of fields, then this approach is recommended to use, right? Okay. Sometimes, do you know, I want most of the fields. 999 fields I want 999 fields required except only ESR. Then we require to use exclude. Regarding that, then we require to use exclude. Exclude which fields are ESL. Regarding exclude, which field we require to use, right? ESL. Regarding, so in model serializers, in how many ways we can specify required fields? There are 3 ways are available. So this is the first way, all. Regarding this is the first way itself is all. Second way, only required fields you can specify like this. Sir, except if 1 or 2 fields, all the remaining if you want to consider, then automatically you can go for this style also. Exclude is applicable, fields are applicable, next all applicable, right? Have you remembered somewhere at our childhood in the Django forms we covered already? Django model forms we discussed already about this cinema. Okay, that's it. This is about what is model serializers concept. Okay, that's it, sir. This example at the end of the session, please remind. I will share this code, sir. Okay, that's all. There ends what is a serializers concept, and then model serializers concept, sir. Nothing will be there. Sir, next second utility, very important utility. I want to bring from the Django REST framework, sir. What that is. Up to this we covered after installation only serializers, sir. Now the next concept what I want to bring from the REST framework is Django REST framework. Okay, Django REST framework views. Remember this. Django REST framework views we have to provide. So do you know DRF? provides two classes to define business logic for our API views. Okay, DRF provides two classes to define business logic for our API views. Right? Okay, like sir, now up to this, how you define your view class? Can you please confirm? Up to this, how you define your view class, right? This is the way, sir. Are you getting? This is the way I defined. Sir, this view is from the Django or from the DRF? Please confirm. This is from the Django or from the DRF? It is a simple Django view. That's why we have to write this much code. Are you getting? That's why we require to write this much code. We are not utilizing the inbuilt functionality of DRF, sir. But now onwards, happily, don't use this bloody view class. Happily, DRF contain two classes, okay, to implement. What those classes is? First one. Anyone having the idea? Can you please tell? Instead of you, there are two classes DRF is going to provide. What is the first class and what is the second one? Anyone having the names? Good. Anyone having the names? If you have basic idea, well and good. The people who don't know, no issue at all. I will explain. Okay. First class name is API view. Okay. First class name is API view. Second class name is view set. Regarding first class name API view, second class name view set. Remember that. So total how many classes are there? These two classes provided by DRF. So now onwards, don't use this Django view class. Instead of that, better to use either API view or view set. Either API view or view set you require to use. Any doubt? Friends, all the people are in a position to understand, right? Now, just a basic idea. I want to tell for you people what the difference between these two things. When we should go for which one? When we should go for first one? When we should go for second? Can you please confirm? When we should go for API view? When we should go for view set? Which is more powerful? Which is more powerful? Which is not powerful? Anyone? Do you know? In our Django sessions, somewhere we covered FBV and then CBV. Have you remembered, right? We covered FBV and then CBV. Okay, we discussed it, right? Now, FBV and CBV, which is more powerful, which is the less powerful? FBV, more powerful, sir. FBV, function-based reviews are more powerful. CBV is not that much powerful. CBV is, okay, just some commonly required operations. Okay, it is going to hide complexity. It is going to provide easiness. But easily we can use CBV, but power-wise FBV, sir. In FBV, everything we are responsible to write the logic. Regarding in FBV, everything we are responsible to write the logic, sir. So that complete control is there in our hand. Okay, you know the complete control over the logic we have because everything we are going to write, sir. But in CBV, sir, internally how the things are going to come, we don't know. Everything is going to be hidden. Regarding inbuilt functionality, most of the code will be generated automatically by the CBV. We are not required to do much thing. So flow of execution, we can't see much clearly in the case of CBV. But in the case of FBV, complete control over the logic we have. We are responsible to write each and every activity, right? Regarding, sir, very simple. If everything you are going to do that, then so you have complete control over the logic. But if someone is going to develop that code we are going to use, then automatically we may not have complete control, sir. Suppose assume that, sir, you developed a small project. You developed one project, sir. Almost around 10,000 lines of the code is there, sir. Lines of code. You gave the demo. You gave the demo like this. You gave the demo, sir. Now immediately I asked, Array, here you are printing hello, something like don't print hello. Instead of print hello, can you please print hi, something like I'm asking a small customization. If you really develop this code, are you in the position to do this customization or not? Yeah, respond. Are you in the position to do this customization or not? Yes, because if you develop this code, you can able to do that. You can able to do that. But in the case of CBV or someone developed this code, sir, just giving the demo. Sir, suddenly client is telling, sir, I don't want all employees. I want only top 3 employees information only. Can you please display? Like this he is asking. Then immediately my face with the question mark face, because I didn't implement this code where I require to perform the change. I have to analyze once again that. So the difference between these two things is observe that. So function based views, everything we have to write the functionality. Complete control is there in our hand. But CPV, most of the code will be generated automatically. Regarding most of the code will be generated automatically. We are not having complete control over the logic. Getting right? So, which is more powerful, CBV or FBV? CBV or FBV? Which is more powerful, FBV? Next up, where we have complete control over the logic, FBV. Sir, where clear execution flow, FBV. Where complex operations, if you want to perform, FBV is the best choice. Okay, like here also same kind of difference is there. Yes, we know. So override up to certain level, not completely. Yeah. In the case of API view and view set, do you know? Here observe that API view is something like FBV, sir. Something like FBV. Okay, it is also class only. Don't worry, sir. It is something like FBV. Okay, like where everything we require to write the code, so that biggest advantage, complete control over the logic. Remember this one, sir. Complete control over the logic. Logic is there. Next, clear execution flow will be there, sir. Okay, complex operations if you want to perform, API view is the best choice, right? If you want to work with multiple data sources simultaneously, like complex operations, if you are using any other APIs, other third-party APIs in the same request, okay, like if you want to do some complex operation, then API view itself is the best choice, right? Friends, are you getting the basic idea? Of course, I will list out all these things. Don't worry. Just try to get the basic terminology about this API view, sir. Okay. So it is the most basic class to build the REST APIs. It is similar to Django traditional API class. Observe that it is a Django traditional view class, right? API view is the Django's traditional API view itself is just like view class, not much difference, right? Next, strictly speaking, it is the child class of, sir, up to certain level. Let me remove this one. It is the child class. It is the child class of API view. Regarding it is the child class of just a view only. Remember that. Okay. So next, do you know, if you want to implement functionality, we have to write the HTTP methods like get method, post method, put method, like these kind of methods we require to use, sir. Remember, API view always talks about something like HTTP methods like get, post, put. But if you go for view set, Terminology is completely different, sir. There we have to use list, create, such a type of terminology will come in the picture. Next, here we have to write code. We have to write the code explicitly. We have to write the code explicitly. So the biggest advantage is complete control over the logic. Complete control over the logic. Remember. Next, clear execution flow will be there. Clear execution flow will be there, sir. Next, API views are best suitable if you want to perform complex operations. If you want to perform complex operations like working with multiple data sources, multiple data sources, working with multiple data sources. Next, calling other third party APIs, like if you want to do some complex operations, then our hand should go for API view class. Remember this one. Are you getting right? Next, one more thing, sir. URL mapping. Sir, once you wrote view class, compulsory, we have to define URL pattern, right? You have to map URLs, right? Who is the responsible? We have to do manually, sir. We have to map URLs. We have to map views to URLs manually. Remember this one. We have to map our views to URLs manually. So this is what the people should be aware about API view. Any doubt? Thoda clarity, almost around 4 or 5 points. So this just I repeated multiple times. It is just what is the API view? It is the most basic class to define business functionality of API view. Next, it is the change class of Django's view class only. Here we have to define get, post, put, such type of methods to define functionality. Next, here we have to write code explicitly so that complete control will be there over the logic and clear execution flow. Best suitable if you are going to perform complex operations like working with multiple data sources, calling other third-party APIs explicitly. Next, URL mapping we have to perform explicitly, right? Then immediately you ask, sir, okay, we are getting some basic idea. Is there any difference in the view set, right? Yes, definitely, right. Sir, what is the difference is in the API view, which methods we are using? Can you please confirm? In the which methods we are using? Get, post, put, these kind of methods. But in the view set, just for basic idea purpose I'm covering, sir. But in the case of view set, which methods we require to use instead of get, post, sir, we have to use a list method. We have to use create method. So you know database model operations, list, create, delete, detail, like detail means retrieve. Detail means retrieve means a detailed operation, right? Next, update. Next, partial update. Are you getting update, partial update? These kind of methods, sir, destroy, like these kind of database operations, methods we require to use. Remember this one, sir. But here we require to use HTTP method, but here the method terminology will be different. Next, the biggest advantage here is most of the code will be generated automatically. We are not required to write the code. That's why. So complete control over the logic we may miss. Clear execution flow we don't know. We may not have. Next, here, sir, for simple APIs, for developing very simple APIs, very simple APIs. Yeah, for developing very simple APIs, view set is the best choice, right? Okay, do you know within 2 minutes, okay, I can able to develop view set because we are not required to write much code, right? We are not required to write much code. Database CRUD API Just a simple CRUD operations. If you want to develop API, if I will go for views here, 2 minutes are more enough. Are you getting 2 minutes are more enough? Then you may feel, Arey sir, why covered almost around 10 days to develop a simple API? If you use views here, just 2 minutes it's going to be completed, right? Like you may get such type of feeling also. Views here we can develop very easily the APIs, right? But simple APIs, not complex operations, right? Getting? Are you able to get some small comparisons also? At last, after covering programmatic, all those things, I will repeat again. Don't worry, sir. Just get some basic idea. Next, one more thing, sir. We have to map views to URLs manually. No, here we are not required to define URL patterns. Remember, here there is one concept is there, rotor concept. What is this concept, sir? Can you spell out? Rotor concept is there. By using this rotor concept, so automatically views will be mapped to URLs. We are not required to do manually. Okay, there is a concept, rotor concept is there. How you can able to do that? That part I will take care. Don't worry. So to develop view classes in DRF is going to provide two classes. One is API view, second one is view set. Complex APIs, if you want to develop, API view is the best choice. If you want to develop very simple APIs, sir, with very quickly, within the less time, if you want to develop, then better to go for view set. Up to this, clear? Not required to keep much explanation, right? Now, if you feel comfortable, then happily we can go for next level programming, right? One more thing you have to be aware. Of course, before starting the program, one more thing you have to be aware, sir. Do you know, up to this, including last example also, we did how we tested our API. Can you please tell, sir? I developed API, assume that. How I tested whether this API is working properly or not. What approach I follow? Anyone, can you please tell? Sir, this is the API, sir. API. Okay, I developed API, sir. Okay, what approach I followed to test this functionality, right? Observe. We write one partner application. What is this partner application, sir? Python. Regarding Python script I wrote. Python script I wrote. Partner as a partner application. By using this Python script, just I tested whether this one is working properly or not. Okay, but remember that DRF is providing. There is one concept is there. Browsable API. Can you please spell out what is this word? Browsable. Are you getting? Browsable API. Okay, by using browsable API, okay, we can test the API is working properly or not. We are not required to write this Python script or like browsable API. By using that, we can able to test our application, our API functionality, right? Whether it is working properly or not. Next, in real time, the most commonly used approach to test the API functionality. Anyone, can you please guess? In real time, the most commonly used, okay, function way to test the API is working properly or not. What is that? One is Postman. Are you getting that? What is that? One is Postman. Are you getting Postman, sir? Postman, sir, by using Postman tool, we can test whether our API is working properly or not. Okay, these three approaches already we covered this, but now we have to discuss this one under this, so that you will get completeness. Okay, be ready for these things also. How the browsable API is going to work. Next, and after that, okay, like we know RESTlet client. Yeah, there are. Next, Sema is telling Swagger. Like, okay, maybe multiple tools are there, but Postman is a very commonly used tool. Next, whenever you are using DRF, browsable API support is already there. We are not required to use any third-party tools also like Postman. Getting friends? Okay.